Hello, today we're going to look at distance and displacement, where distance is known as a scalar and displacement known as a vector. So with distance, that's how far an object moves, and it does not involve any direction. And the difference between distance and displacement is also how far an object moves, but it does include its direction. So it's measured in a straight line from start to end, so as the crow flies, A to B, and it must include the direction travelled. So if we take a look at an example of going from your home to school, the yellow line that I've drawn on the road would be known as your distance, physically how far that you have travelled. So let's say if you measured how far you travelled, the distance to school would be 2.5 kilometres. However, displacement, as I said before, is from the start to the end, A to B, as the crow flies, a straight line. So in this example, we can see the displacement is the shortest distance, so 1 kilometre. But with displacement, we also need a direction. So ideally, it's an angle taken from north all the way around, but for now, let's just say it's in the southeast direction. When we go to school, though, we tend to go back again, go back home. So now, if it's 2.5 kilometres to school and 2.5 kilometres back home, our total distance travelled we can say is 5 kilometres. But because we've started and ended at the same place, although our distance travelled is 5 kilometres, because we've gone 1 kilometre that way and 1 kilometre back, our displacement would be 0 kilometres. We've started and ended at the same place. Another example is the racing cart in the background of the picture. When you do 1 lap, your displacement would be 0, even if you've travelled a kilometre around as distance. So if you start and end at the same place, you haven't actually gone anywhere, so your displacement is 0, even if you have gone a number of metres in order to get back to where you started. Now time for a quick quiz, so press pause, what is the distance? And then when you've got an answer, press play to continue. So distance is a scalar quantity. It only has a magnitude, a number. It's how far you've moved and does not include a direction. Next question. So again, press pause and then play when you're ready to continue. But what is displacement? So displacement is a vector because it does include a direction as well as a number, a magnitude. So it's the distance in a straight line with a direction. Next question. So a donkey, it walks along a beach, turns around and ends up back where it started. So what is its displacement? So again, press play to continue when you're ready. And because it started where it ended, its displacement is 0 metres. Even if it moved 100 metres there and 100 metres back, its distance would be 200, but its displacement 0. I hope you found that useful. And as ever, if you want to be alerted to when the next video is, press the subscribe button.